So it turns out we were totally wrong about how Young Miami supposedly got out of her relationship with Diddy without a scratch. Because new allegations suggest she was a victim too. Now listen, we know Miami puts on a tough front and talks like she's untouchable. But let's be honest, when it comes to Diddy, nobody is safe. This is a man who's been accused of blowing up cars and threatening to unalive grown men. And now, according to someone who claims to be Miami's ex, Diddy allegedly did serious harm to her body. While Young Miami has mostly stayed quiet ever since Cassie filed her lawsuit against Diddy, many assumed her silence meant she was complicit, even benefiting from the situation. But guess what? We might have been wrong about her, because now her ex is stepping forward to set the record straight. And the receipts he's bringing? The internet is shook. Let's break it all down. Okay, to be fair, it wasn't exactly wild for people to think Miami was involved in Diddy's mess. I mean, let's not forget she gave off serious madam energy. And at times, she looked like Diddy's favorite, even going as far as threatening other women who got too close. Take Gina Nguyen, for example, a longtime side chick of Diddy's, way before Miami entered the picture. Still, Miami felt bold enough to threaten her in public. In one now infamous tweet, Miami wrote, "If I wanted you to eat my PY, Diddy would have had you on your knees. You a lame, Gina. Ever since I came around, you've been crying for a baby for 10 years. You just a girl he lets eat PY and D***K when he feels like it. You were crying at Tasha K because you wanted a baby. Poor Sushi." Yikes. But that wasn't even the worst of it. Young Miami was actually named in a lawsuit by one of Diddy's alleged victims. The victim claimed that Miami bullied her so aggressively after she got pregnant by Diddy that it resulted in her losing the baby. According to court documents from July 2022, Jane Doe was allegedly ordered by Diddy to fly out to his Los Angeles mansion. While there, she was handed a mysterious substance in the bathroom and later discovered it was ketamine or a similar drug. She claimed she blacked out and lost consciousness multiple times throughout the night. She stated she never agreed to take anything, and when she regained consciousness, she was covered in bruises, with zero memory of what happened. She also said Diddy would force her to perform for him while plying her with alcohol and drugs until she passed out. This cycle, she said, continued until July 2024. Eventually, she became pregnant with Diddy's child, but that's when things took an even darker turn. According to the lawsuit, Young Miami, real name Kershaw Brownlee, allegedly began harassing Jane Doe and pressured her to terminate the pregnancy. The document reads, "Shortly after discovering she was pregnant, Jane Doe told Diddy about the test result. Soon after, Kershaw Brownlee, one of Diddy's associates, began calling her repeatedly, pressuring her to get an abortion. Following this alleged harassment, Jane Doe suffered a miscarriage. She then reportedly went silent, cutting off communication with Diddy and his team for about 3 months. So yeah, it wasn't easy to view Miami as a victim after all that. But here's the thing. In toxic, abusive systems like this, two things can be true at once. Just because Young Miami may have been cruel to others doesn't mean she wasn't being harmed herself. And now, a man who claims to be her ex is confirming just that Miami was a victim too. According to him, we've had the entire story backward. For example, remember when Lil Rod said that Miami used to transport substances for Diddy? In his court filing, Lil Rod wrote, "The Combs Rico enterprise was rehearsing for an event in Virginia. I personally saw Mr. Combs use powder in his dressing room. He wanted more, but the handler forgot it. So Christina Cormorant called Young Miami, and she brought it on a private jet from Miami. Wild, right? Now, this alleged ex of Miami claims she didn't do it willingly. She did it out of fear that if Diddy gave an order, you followed it, period, or else. At first, it sounds hard to believe, but considering everything that's come out in court, from witnesses describing how everyone tiptoed around Diddy's rage, it actually makes sense. The man has been accused of violently attacking multiple women. So if he told Young Miami to jump on a jet and bring him nose candy, y'all better believe that's exactly what she would have done. And that's not even the end of it. Remember when Young Miami went viral for proudly talking about how much she loved golden showers and how that was something she and Diddy shared? Yeah. Knowing what we know now, that clip hits very differently.
It say take a shower if you like golden showers. I do.
Golden showers, meaning when the guy pees on you, pee on you everywhere, you like it?
I just like it.
You do?
Word on the street is that Young Miami's whole golden shower confession might have been more of a coping mechanism than a real choice. According to sources close to the situation, she didn't actually have a say in whether it happened or not. Allegedly, it was Diddy calling the shots the entire time. If he told her to drop to her knees and get urinated on, that's what had to happen. No questions asked. And this might explain why Miami suddenly tried to backpedal after Diddy's arrest, trying to distance herself from the whole situation. She took to Twitter and said, "I never said he was the one I did that with. Intimacy is a part of life. I'm grown, and maybe I talk about it too much. But everybody's got their personal experiences. Some people get pooped on. Some people live life on the edge. Some people born AF. I watch a lot of pee. Girls get peed on. If we grown and we in a house just chilling and want to talk about intimacy, what's wrong with that?" But to a lot of people, it seemed like she was just trying to save face, try and protect herself from public shame. According to the alleged ex who's been speaking out, yes, it did happen. And just like Cassie, Young Miami allegedly had no real choice. In the end, Diddy got whatever Diddy wanted. During Cassie's cross-examination in court, she admitted under oath that Diddy would force her into freak-offs, even when she was on her period. The prosecutor asked her directly, "Did you want to be urinated on?" Cassie replied, "No, I did not want it." When asked how it made her feel, she responded, "It was disgusting. It was too much. No one could possibly believe I wanted it." Then came the brutal follow-up. "Did you want him to pee in your mouth?" Cassie answered, "There was too much urine in my mouth. I didn't want anyone to do that to me. It was obvious I didn't want to be on the ground being urinated on by two men." But then things took an unexpected turn. One of the male escorts called a stand told the court that Cassie was the one who allegedly asked him to urinate on her. According to the documents, he said, "Cassie came out of the room and asked me if I'd ever done it before. I told her no. She said to go ahead and do it. Apparently, I wasn't doing it right because they stopped me and said I was supposed to let it out slowly, not all at once." This flipped the whole narrative, making it seem like Cassie wanted it. But let's be real, it's hard to believe Diddy wasn't behind the scenes controlling everything. All signs point to him pulling the strings the entire time, psychologically breaking women until they submitted to whatever he demanded. And honestly, it started to look like the same exact story played out with Young Miami. For so long, people thought she was running things, that she was calling the shots, when in reality, she may have just been a puppet. And from the looks of it, she didn't escape Diddy's rage either. There's a now viral picture she tried to brush off as a household accident. But based on the visible bruises and the timing, many believe it may have been a result of physical abuse. Just one more thing she's been allegedly hiding. I'm not gonna lie, it's shocking to hear that Young Miami may have been a victim too. But this just proves a harsh truth. Victims aren't always perfect. They can be messy. They can say horrible things. They can even hurt others and still be victims. And in systems as abusive as the one Diddy is accused of running, it's often the people we least expect who are suffering in silence. That said, I want to know what y'all think. Do you believe Young Miami's ex is telling the truth? Or is this just a PR move to clean up her image? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Let me know if you think she was a puppet, a participant, or both. Then check out this next video. Because what's coming next, it's even wilder.